You've created your 2-flap foldable. On the top, you're writing steel plow. On the bottom, you're writing windmill. And this is glued into page 66 of your spiral. 66 of your spiral. Glue this into page 66 of your spiral.
Can I write everything down and glue it in?
If you would like to write everything down and then glue it afterwards, that would be fine. Let's talk about steel plows and windmills. These are technology. This is technology that has come about that they need in farming, okay? We're talking about West Texas here. Why do you think they made a plow out of steel and not some other kind of metal? Why would they make a steel plow? What would the purpose of it be?
Oh, so it won't bend so easily?
So it won't bend so easily? Why else?
So it won't break.
So it won't break? Why would it break? What's going on in West Texas that would cause it to break?
The ground's all hard.
Why is the ground harder in West Texas versus the Gulf Coastal Plains?
Because it doesn't rain in the west. There's
Okay.
no water.
There's no water, so what does that have to do with the ground being hard? It doesn't have the nutrients, okay? But we want to farm in West Texas, right? Why? Why do people want to move out west? There's more land and it's cheap. And why else? It's less populated. So they can have a whole ton of land and they don't have to worry about people coming in. And what else made people go to West Texas now that we have this availability of it? What went out there that made people want to go to? The railroads, okay? But now we have to figure out how to farm in this land that is hot and dry and flat and has hard soil. So we have to come up with some new technologies, the first of which is a steel plow. The steel plow was invented so that it could cut through the hard-packed soil of the plains. You're going to write this on the inside flap of your steel plow part of your foldable. It doesn't matter which side. Tyrese? And if I were you, I'd draw a picture too.
Of what?
I'll show it in a second. Also make sure that you are drawing this picture of the steel plow. Because in past years, I have seen on your end of year exam, which is in May, I've seen pictures of steel plows and I've seen pictures of windmills and I've seen you having to make a connection as to what those things do by just showing you a picture. So make sure you understand what they look like and you can pick it out of a lineup. The next item that was technology was the windmill. What did the windmill do? We've kind of touched on this in the past, but what does the windmill do? It takes water out of the ground. Does anybody know what it's called? Like a group or a pond or a lake underground, what it's called?
An aquifer.
An aquifer. Very smart. Yeah, it's written on the board, I know. An aquifer is an underground resource, okay? Why did people and farmers in West Texas need a windmill? Why couldn't they just get water from another source? There was no water to get from another source. Were there rivers? Rain? Lakes? Was there anything that's a constant water source for a farmer to get to keep their plants going? No. So they needed a windmill, okay? The windmill was used to pump water from below in the aquifer, then used to irrigate the fields. So make sure that you copy down a picture of what a windmill looks like as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is at the bottom of page 66. I want you to answer this question. How did technology change farming? I want 3 sentences. How are we going to start the very first sentence? You need to make a complete sentence and restate the question. So what is everybody's first sentence going to start with?
Technology changed farming.
Technology changed farming by. And I want you to write 3 sentences. Okay, and then we're going to share it out as a group. and see if we have the correct and right idea.